Ready when you are.
Not waste company bullets. Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
When might we expect you out here again?
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regular...
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from. Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Got it. Inside voices. heading back.
Understood. On my way.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators Oh, and it's a lot of... Heard of it? My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure...
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a spacious choice, Spirit. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. Have a look.
Are you listening to me, Emfuru? You can't keep me out of there.
Something I can help you with? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Emfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? This is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's fine, really. It's perfectly fine. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas...
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to This unit dispense proteins for... Beginning dispensing sequence.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with... Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Huh. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above. If you don't have any business, then it's time to light up the grill.
We got trouble!
Where are we headed?
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our... our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat. Time.
Is this what...
You came with... Used to... No one turn...
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Look at this, right? You can... You...
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you...
Look at this.
Is this...
You came... Pathetic.
Yes, you caught. What's up? Will do, Cap.
That was a good thing. Sure thing, Captain. I'll be waiting.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Where did that chewy gristle go? Shoot on sight, jesters!
I got you covered!
You're dead!
Fire for adjacent automatic.
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. That's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam. I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
worms in their shrooms.
go!
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen? Fresh from the grind.
I hear scary things about Monarch.
What's going on with you lately?
CNP force pockets can be macroly with supercast menus.
How goes the hunt? Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scout... I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got... Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for...
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and...
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Yeah. Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came from. And shouldn't be too tough.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. Surgery, mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Still haven't found a good way.
Miss Doyle isn't having any visitors, even friends.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed? Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful grounds and products. Does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, health benefits, military burial, participation medal, training, or weapon. This is Halcyon News, reminding you.
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no mix. Seriously, don't mix it.
Miss Lilia takes good care of us, see? Yo, sublight for life. Corporations never lifted a finger for me.
You been following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbro?
The pirate ship? They're not going for nothing serious.
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate.
Slap cement and tape on it. Be there when we
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction.
Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Then you know it's a den of criminals and miscreants. Unfortunately, I'll need to ask you to return. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. Sorry about the heat. Here, drink up. No excuse for dehydration on my watch. I do, and I'm relieved that you've changed your mind. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt the regularly scheduled advertisement for the following.
Now it's just ours.
Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Negative for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leak. To the capture of noted terrorist Vinny's Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an inject? I got a full line of weapons.
wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Move along.
This place has a smell, right?
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn
I'm not
station...
feeling so
Assholes
hot.
and I get stressed.
Mechanicals all over, but they still...
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. The radiator, and we're all sweating. They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate, instead of the heat going where it ought, though. Weeks? I lost track. That's not for me to say. She doesn't come... What ain't I got? A new face. Oh.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt.
Heard from the lasses down in 22.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious, you're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there, I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together. What do you think? Am I in? Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this. Somehow, I always find...
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably not already filled out this time. Well, how can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. I prefer to think when I... Fortunately for you, Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my... Make yourself at home, Captain. I admire the Vicar's predilection for...
Good to see you, boss.
Destination reached. Scylla. I'll lock up behind you.
Ford had an asteroid mining operation out here. I wonder what happened to it.
Looks like they started terraforming the place, but gave up halfway.
This is real space, isn't it? Empty.
Where are we headed? Sure thing, Captain.
Shut up now, and you might get out of this world. Can we hurry this up? I want that ship gutted before the primals find us.
Fair warning, outlaw. I've got a daring escape plan. You are gonna love it.
Physical activity discouraged. Multiple injuries detected. Would you like another suppository for the pain?
Way to kill the mood. I'm fine. Perfectly fine.
Multiple fractures, lacerations, and untreated burns detected. Signs indicative of sudden, violent crash landing.
Yep, that's me. No big deal. Just shrugging off my injuries as I stroll away from another flaming impact crater.
Also detecting constipation.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she? I wager she told you to say that, the sly old bird. I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense. Magnificent. And do please give Wanda my chilliest regards. You saved me the cost of ammunition. Thanks, pal.
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is.
Hi, Cap.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Have either of the assault cruisers...
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Chirpagel Glazed and Purple Berry
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical's safe return. I can't thank you enough. Keep hanging around. What can I do for you? Not sure why you'd want to, given the biohazard signs. Luckily, we don't actually have any chemical agents or plague going on in there. Not right now, at least. Well, you did help me out. Sure, go ahead. Just don't do anything unsavory.
There's a reason they got this place under quarantine, right?
on rotten time. Leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay, we can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Oh, laws. Wait, don't gut me and skin me yet. Please, talk to Bedford. Tell him I can pay, a part of it, and I'm a useful person to know. Just ask Ellie. Surely you wouldn't drag me before him. I'm dreadful contagious. I just know if I face him, I'm dead.